Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. I am here today to just give you a couple of reminders before we start our next week of digital learning. I am missing all of you as always, and I hope that all of you are having a chance to be outside. I've been working outside this afternoon, so hopefully all of you have found ways to get outside also. Um, with that being said, if you have been finishing any books for bikes, Miss Shapi still wants to do the drawing for books for bikes. So if you um, have finished 10 books, you can take AR tests for them at home. These are books that are at your level, like we've talked about, but you can um, let me know that you have read 10 of them or have your parents email me, and I will add your name to the drawing for the bikes for books, as we talked about at school. I know some of you were getting close before we left, so we want to still honor that and give you the chance to win a bike for that. Um, the next thing I want to talk to you about is that as we're coming to the end of the year, we're not super close yet, but what you're going to start doing next week is you're going to start writing a letter to a different kid in our class each day. And you're going to be doing that on a Google slide. And when you do your Google slide, you will submit it to me so that I can share it with that student after I make sure that you are being kind and that kind of thing. So for those letters, let me show you what it looks like in Monday for next week. For those letters, it says letter to a classmate. When you go into the day for the assignment, I just explain it to you briefly, and then it has that Google slide right there. So the first day you're going to write to Travis. It goes in your number order for the class. When you click on that, it will have you make your own copy of it, and it'll automatically share it with me. But just make sure that you click submit when you're done. But on here, this first slide just tells you who it is for that you're writing for. And it's okay if they're not your best friend, but I just want you to tell them, like, hey, I really liked being in class with you. Here's my favorite thing about you. Here's something that we did this year. On the second slide, so the first slide is just the introduction to remind you what you're doing for these letters. On the second slide is where you're going to write your letter. So if you were writing a letter to Travis, you can select all of this and then you can start writing. I already did the Dear Travis for you up at the top. So then on this part, you would write down, I really liked being in Miss Nye's class with you. One of my favorite things about you is when whatever, and you can tell that story. This will be a really nice way at the end of the year for us to be able to share these memories with each other, and for you to hear from your classmates. So we are unfortunately going to be out of school the rest of the year, and I will be getting other information to you about what that looks like. But at this point, in order for us to have enough days to get a letter written to everybody in the class, we have to start this next week. So next week for writing, I did not put any other writing in, but I want everybody to do this because you will really enjoy seeing your letters from your classmates. So even if you've been skipping writing, I really want you to try and fit in some time for this. Remember, this is something to your classmates for them to remember, so be sure to do a nice job with it. Don't just rush through it. That was my second announcement. My third thing that I want to make sure that you know is when you look at the week for next week, there is no school on Friday. The governor gave us Friday and Monday off to plan for the rest of the year for the teachers too. So Friday next week, you do not have school. And then the following Monday, May 4th, you also do not have any e-learning. So, or distance learning. So just make sure that you are staying on top of what you do have to do so that you can really enjoy that Friday off. Let's see. You're going to be working on geometry still, shapes for math. Science, you're still working on plants. And for literacy, you're doing your last chapter of Judy Moody. So at the end of the week, you will be doing a me collage like we've been hearing about Judy Moody doing, which you could start anytime, I suppose. You can look at Thursday on there to see information for it. And then you will also be taking a test on the whole book just to show me that you understand everything that was in it. So I'm really proud of all of you and how hard you've been working. I know it's tough when we can't see each other every day, but I want you to make sure that you keep doing a good job and keep up the hard work. I do really miss all of you, and I look forward to seeing all of you. Parents, we're working out a plan for school for picking up things like yearbooks and materials. We're not sure if that'll be in the fall or if we'll do some sort of bagging and picking up. Don't worry about it right now. We'll let you know details as we know them. The district is still, admin is still figuring out how that's going to look. So just keep that in mind. Again, if you have any questions or if something isn't working for you or if you need help with anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. That's what I'm here for, and I will see all of you on Monday.